So today I'm going to do a live setup from a PulseFlow alert that just came in, and we're going to see what happened to yesterday's live setup as it's now finished. Let's get into it. First thing I do every morning, I have a quick look around PulseFlow because I want to see the mood of the market, and PulseFlow is very good at allowing me to see the mood of the market. We're still, from a market health point of view, 16.98, which is very bearish. Now, the market health is a very kind of short-term thing, and you can see actually when we go to BTC, that BTC on the daily chart has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down days. And that's why the market in the short term is kind of bearish. What's my prediction for Bitcoin today? Well, I can't predict a goddamn thing. I can just look at the charts and see what it tells me. If I put on order blocks, the last rise up caused this new bullish order block, and we are literally trying to ping it. So if it falls through, that's very bearish. But if it pings off like it could well do, because if you look at what it did in the past, it formed this order block, it came up, it formed this fair value gap, it pinged the fair value gap, went up, created this bullish order block, and is now coming down to test it, and it has created another fair value gap, but this time with a break of structure. This candle here closes higher than the previous highs. That's usually a bullish sign here. So let's see what tomorrow brings on BTC. Okay. So I had a quick look around before the start of the video and I found an alert that's interesting. AXSUUSDT. Now what's interesting about this alert, and we may have missed it, we really may have missed it. It came in to stack break, but it also came in as a sort of confluence alert. So if we go back up here, it came into 3 strategies, and this is why I say we may have missed it, because I think it's beginning to shoot up. But let's go have a look. By the way, one of them was VWAP, so we'll be putting that on, and one of them was stack break, so we'll be putting that on as well. So here it is. As you can see, it's had a few fair value gaps with breaks of structure. I'm going to do some setup. Let me get back to you in a minute. Okay. I put on the usual points of control, and straight away you can see that the point of control from yesterday has been left behind. You can see why it's the point of control from yesterday. Look, the price hugged it all day really, but now it's been left. So let's quickly go through. These are the EMAs for a stack break, which are 20, 50, 100 and 200. They have to be aligned kind of in order as they come down. And then what happens is, without breaking my finger, one of them breaks as they turn, goes above the others, right? Simply put. And that happened down here. So you needed the white, the brown, the yellow, the blue, and then suddenly that was broken here. Around the same time, we also got a VWAP. So the thick white one is the VWAP. With PulseFlow, the VWAP is anchored to a 0-100 hours UTC yesterday. So at 0-100 hours UTC every day, it snaps forward. So here it is snapped at that day before. It moves forward, and snaps back to that one. And that's how it works. So for me, 7 a.m., because I'm UTC plus 7 a.m. yesterday is where I anchored the VWAP. So let's take a look. We're definitely beginning to go up, aren't we? The POC is down here. If I would have gone in at 9 a.m., or if I'd have been looking at this and doing the setup at 9 a.m. instead of doing the preparation for this video, you can see you'd have probably got in around here and you'd have had about a 5% profit by now. PulseFlow is really good at calling these, right? And when you get a super confluence, like 3 strategies all at once, you have to take note. It's continuing to go up. However, as you know, I'm a patient trader, and because the POCY is back down here, I'm going to wait for it to pull back now, because you never chase. So let me have a look. Let me try order blocks. Okay, it's about to hit a bearish order block up here, so that might be the pullback area. Then we have a bearish order block that could turn into a bullish breaker block, right? Which means it would kind of do this with this fair value gap and continue up there like that. But effectively now we've kind of missed it, haven't we? We've missed it, but I'm going to do the setup anyway. I'm going to suggest an initial entry of it coming down somewhere back down here. The stop loss is 6.75. Let me go back to the stack break. Actually, 7% stop loss. Anyway, let's just put it about here. As you know, this is my initial setup. I move down, or I never chase, so I only ever move down if it comes against me, and then I abandon it or I go in, right? So there's my profit target up at that POCY there. Let's just turn off order blocks a second. There is a higher point of control, so that could be, that's 10%, that could be a second profit target at 13, assuming it comes back down. The moment it's right at that order block right now. So we're going to have that as our initial setup, right? At the end of this video, we're going to come back and see where it is, because this is a real live situation right now. I might even just abandon it. Okay, so on to yesterday's, which was AXSUUSDT, and I've rewound it. The only thing I've added to this is the VWAP, because what I missed yesterday, and sometimes this happens, we're all human beings, right, and we make mistakes, but what happened yesterday is I didn't check super confluence. I found it as a liquidity sweep because the whole market had tanked down and we had this clear sweep down here, right? But I forgot to check other strategies. So here, it had come in again to 3 strategies: stack break and VWAP bounce. So now I've just turned on stack break also. And you can see the stack broke about this same time. The bounce happened before, the stack break happened here, the liquidity hunt happened here, the fair value gap with the break of structure happened here. Had I have seen that, I probably wouldn't have been as conservative in terms of setting my trade so low. But in any event, just clean that up a little bit, let this play out. I put back on order blocks because that was the profit target yesterday, point of control, and the bottom of this bearish order block. Let's go. So you can see straight away that had I have seen that VWAP, it came back down and pinned it. So had my entry been here, I would have got in. However, and there you have it. I completely missed out on that trade because I was an idiot. And what was really fantastic was that the point of control from yesterday held it up for a while. And even when it broke down through that, the VWAP once again acted as support. And we got to our profit target. This doesn't matter. Missing a trade is so what, really? I never suffer from FOMO. I never chase. So when I realized I'd done this and it was a bit too late, I thought, let's just watch it play out and let's just see what tomorrow brings, right? And that's the end of that. So PulseFlow called it in 3 different strategies at about the same time and called it perfectly. Again, I missed it like an idiot because I'm doing these videos, not trading, right? But I will be later. Anyway, let's, before we finish, move back and let's see where our fresh setup is. Well, as suspected, and again I say this every day, so far it has been rejected by that bearish order block. So I'm going to leave this setup as is. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you for watching to the end. Please subscribe, like and share, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.